You're staring at a photo you wish you'd never opened. For a second, the room disappears. The image in front of you is so violent, so disgustingly gruesome, that your body reacts before your brain does. Your stomach turns. Your chest tightens. Part of you insists this can't be real, but you can't look away. Then the timer in the corner of your screen starts ticking, reminding you this isn't a nightmare, it's your job. Around the world, people are paid as little as $2 an hour to look at the internet's worst, darkest images and give them a label: torture, abuse, self-harm. They do this so we can enjoy friendly, safe replies from AIs like ChatGPT and never have to see what they saw. In this video, we're stepping into their world, the job that forces humans to watch AI's darkest data, and what that work does to the people who can't look away. Most big AI companies like OpenAI, Meta, and Google never mention these workers. Instead, they hire outside firms they can hide behind, often in low-income countries, to review content or label data. Imagine you are 22 and need money. You see a job post: help train AI, no experience needed. You picture yourself rating ads or sorting jokes. No one tells you that you are about to become a filter for the internet's nightmares. In a small office or at home on a cheap laptop, you open a dashboard full of raw content: images, videos, chats. Your job is simple on paper: look, decide, label, next. You think you're teaching a machine. You don't realize it's also pushing you toward your breaking point. At first, everything looks fine. The platform has bright colors and clean icons. There are progress bars and badges when you hit your targets. The company talks about keeping users safe and building responsible AI. The first tasks are light: spam, bad language, mild threats, dumb memes. You feel proud when your score is high. Speed is money. Hesitation is lost pay. You tell yourself this is just pixels on a screen. Then the guideline document lands in your inbox. It is long and written like a manual. It lists in cold detail what counts as violence, sexual abuse, and self-harm, and how to label it. Graphic versus non-graphic. Adults versus minors. Credible threat versus joke. You feel uneasy as you scroll, but you push the feeling away. Surely this is just legal protection, you think. Surely most of this won't show up in your actual queue. But then something else happens. The real tasks turn on. The blurred thumbnails now carry warnings: graphic violence, suicide attempt, child abuse. Each one is a sealed box, and you're the person who has to open it. You click.
There was violence, blood.
While pregnant, she sometimes worked 18 hours straight until 3 in the morning, pushing herself to the brink.
What appears is not a movie or a game. It is something that really happened to a real person. Your heart jumps, your shoulders tense. On the edge of the screen, a small timer starts counting. You are expected to pick the right label in seconds and move to the next case. If you take too long, your numbers drop, and so does your job security. This is where it starts to get dangerous for you. To survive the work, you begin to split yourself. One part still feels shock and disgust. The other part learns to turn human suffering into short tags. High violence, sexual content involving a minor, credible self-harm risk. For you, those labels become armor. If you can turn a nightmare into a category, maybe it will hurt less. So you train your eyes to move fast. Look just long enough to be sure. Click. Next. Soon the worst images don't make you gasp. They only slow your rhythm. And slowing down means less money. That's when it takes an even darker turn. The stress doesn't log out when you do. It walks home with you. You start waking up in the night with flashes of things you saw for 3 seconds, but remember in full detail. A loud noise and your body spikes with panic. A sad teenager on the bus, and your mind quietly labels them self-harm risk, like they're another task in your queue. You are paid too little to quit easily.
Well, it was paying good money then, $12 per hour.
$12 to describe what you think human flesh might taste like.
Yes. So you have to put yourself into that question for you to put the data in.
But you have to put yourself in the mindset of a cannibal
Yes.
to earn $12.
Yes.
There are thousands of people spread across the world in countries like Kenya, the Philippines, and Venezuela, all attached to the same dark stream. When an AI model in the real world lets something awful slip through, an extremist video, a violent answer, a self-harm guide, the fix is simple. Send more of that type of content to human labelers. Expand the queue. Tighten the rules. Work faster. The better the AI behaves in public, the more invisible this hidden workforce becomes. Companies talk about trust and safety and ethical AI, and publish friendly blog posts. They don't show the group chats where labelers ask each other how to stop the nightmares. If workers complain, they may get a short wellness talk, a breathing exercise, or access to a chatbot that pretends to care.
So the therapist will try to tell you to go to maybe YouTube or TikTok and look at funny videos. And they say, when you look at funny videos, it will take away those bad memories. But it didn't.
What they usually don't get is long-term therapy, paid time to heal, or a real voice in how their work is set up. They are called contractors, vendors, click workers, replaceable. And yet the AI they support cannot function without them. This is how a shadow AI economy grows, built on invisible psychological debt. The models get smoother, the apps feel friendlier, the profits rise. But behind the scenes, humans suffer the consequences.
Do you think the conditions that you've had to work with would be defined as modern slavery?
A big yes, for the following reasons. One, if you want me to work for you, please pay me.
So what does this mean for everyone on the other side of the screen? Every time someone enjoys a polite, safe answer from an AI, they're touching the end of a chain that begins with you staring into horror. You and thousands of others absorb that pain, so the rest of us never see how bad the raw feed really is. If nothing changes, the pattern is clear. As AI spreads into every part of life, models will need more training, more edge cases, more extreme examples to stay within the guardrails. The trauma pipeline will grow. The human suffering will grow with it. But that future is not the only one we can choose. There is another path. We can demand answers about who trains these systems and under what conditions. We can push for real mental health care, fair pay, and the right to refuse certain kinds of content without losing your job. We can question whether safety really counts as safety if it depends on feeding unprotected humans a constant diet of misery. And we can start treating data labelers as core safety workers, not disposable tools. Because if AI's darkest data keeps flowing into human minds without protection, the real cost of these systems will be paid in people's lives.